Do you know it helps to unmute? I was just waiting for somebody to go, "Unmute, unmute, unmute." Did anybody say that? I muted. Oh, I did see some muted issues. Ha, ha, ha. Well, then you didn't get to hear all the cool things that I was just saying about each and every single one of you and how awesome each of you guys were. You just missed out on that. So let me start over again. Thank you so much for joining me on this very lazy Saturday night because it's so lazy that I can't even hit the unmute button. Isn't that special? Anyhow, it has been a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy Canada Day to all of our friends over in Canada. They celebrated that on July 1st. And for those who are in the United States, happy 4th of July. America is now 249 years old. So happy birthday. Sir Grace and I have just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary. And what I was going to say was, good grief, he's had to put up with me for 30 years. He really is royalty. I mean, just saying, he's royalty. But we took a little time and did a little getaway and had an amazing time. And we even went to go visit a state park in Indiana that I don't know if anybody has seen the shorts, but there was two shorts dropped just recently of a beautiful mill that was built in 1817. It is the original mill. Of course, it's had updates through the years, and most recently, it just completed an update a couple of months ago. It was shut down for 2 months because some parts on the mill had broken. So they had to rebuild the part of the mill. Thankfully, not that tornadoes are a good thing, but what they told me was that there was some tornado damage not too far from the state park, and they were able to have oak trees donated to the park. And so they had to let the oak trees cure. And then, of course, it was done in the original way that the mill was designed. So nothing modern technology to this. This is really old, work that was done on it. So it was closed for almost 2 years and it just reopened. So we got to see her and all of her beautiful glory the wheel turn, and then we went in and they were grinding corn again, which is what they're known for. Back in the 1800s, farmers would bring their corn to the mill to have the mill grind it for them at a cost. Today, you can go in and purchase some of the cornmeal that is ground right there. And to be honest with you, it makes the best cornbread, corn muffins. It's great for breading. So it's a really cool place to go get cornmeal from. And it's non-GMO. And so, yeah. So anyhow, so Sir Grace and I went and saw that, and we went on some hikes, not very big ones, just little ones around the park. And we went shopping too, went to antique stores. That's kind of our thing. We're not really into like all the newness. We just like the old stuff. So anyhow, we had a wonderful day or wonderful time, and we are back. So I'm going to see who's in the house. And of course, Restream never shows who was first, but I saw it was Joe Fix It For You. And he said, "Good morning, Glenda and Sir Grace, and thank you for your service." And that was to Sir Grace. So Sir Grace, I hope you heard that. And then next in was Missouri Outlaw Randy. It's our favorite trucker and our quilter and now fisherman. He said, "Joey, you just beat me, but I got the number one crown." And then he said, "Please hit the like button for the crazy chicken lady." And then next in, we had Rebecca Touched by Yarn, and she was saying hi to everybody. And then next in, we had Heartland HQ Dink and Tank. Hey, hey, I'm so glad you are here. And then next we had Miss Teresa Jukowitz. Hey girl, I'm so glad you're here. Hope you're having a great weekend. And then, we have, let's see here. I saw Jesse and Lisa. He said, "Hello, everybody." My favorite moderator is in the house. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. And everybody is saying hi to everybody. Oh, my beautiful Aunt Lynn. I meant to bring up something I wanted to share with each of you guys that Aunt Lynn gave Sir Grace and I left it downstairs. I got the first, our 30th wedding anniversary. She got us this beautiful lantern, and it says 30th wedding anniversary on it, and it glows so pretty. And so, yeah, so thank you so much for being here. And I love that little lantern. It's cute as can be. And then she's saying hi to everybody. And then, okay, making sure I'm just kind of like going through, making sure I've not missed anybody. Oh boy, let's see here. Our car said outdoor temperature was 100. Can I go back to the woods and hang out in the woods? Because that's where we've been for the last few days. And yeah, I think that sounds a little bit better in this 100-degree weather. I know my hens are probably not loving that. Those chicks are looking pretty cool. Yeah, they are. They have fans going right now, and then they have some ice water out there. The first thing that we did as soon as we pulled in, we went straight with the ice with them. We got them all taken care of, and they looked fine. I had someone stop by to check on them for me, and so they were fine, and we could see them through on the camera too when we had internet service. So anyhow, yeah, the girls did just fine. They were happy to see us. They all kind of got together and crowded around me. It was like, chicken mommy, she's back. And they're all doing their little happy thing. And then, of course, we have a girl now who's in Broody jail, and we can thank the heat for that. So little Miss Chloe, the gray hen, she's in Broody jail, but I don't suspect she will be there for long. And then it's warm here today as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy. Continued prayer for all the families affected by the floods in Texas and the missing children. I just saw that report. We um, kind of disconnected from the TV and the news and all that for the most part, just to take time for us. And so I saw that today, and that's just, it's heartbreaking. And yes, definitely prayers for everybody affected, and hopefully they find everybody. And then my big brother is here. Hey, Scott, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been dealing with an abscess tooth. That's public knowledge that he shared. I hope you're feeling better. That's no fun. And yeah, no sound. No sound. Hopefully we're good now. And oh, wait, one more thing. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, and I forgot that sometimes if I don't connect my microphone, my mouth doesn't match what I'm actually saying. So, yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Cutting the lawn and listening. Okay, cutting the lawn, listening to the wisdom. You were muted. Okay, great. I was muted. Oh, then saying hi to everybody. And then, of course, you're muted. And, it's okay to laugh. I mean, if anything, I'm okay if y'all are laughing with me, and even at me, if you get a smile out of my show tonight, you're welcome. You're welcome. Um, you know, I'm just going to take a bow, like a pro. Oh, thank you. You're awesome. I was hitting my unmute button. No, it was me. I hope you had a good laugh out of that one, cameraman. I got to see him earlier today too. Oh, thank you so much. Happy 30th. Thank you. Thank you. And you watched that one. Yeah, isn't that a pretty mill? I love it. Definitely beautiful old mill in operation. Yep, it's in operation, cameraman. We went there back in January, and you could walk down through, and let me just say it was freezing going down into the park in January, and all of the construction vehicles were down in there to raise up, they had to lift up all the wood and stuff to get it into place and also working on the mill. So I knew it was coming, and yes, it is back in and it's going. Yay for all of the Hoosiers that know about this mill. Go to the park. You know which park it is. Go to the park because it's working now. And they have some of the volunteers are there, but they do have workers. I did ask them if they hired back everybody, and they said that their funding was cut, so they have more volunteers. And I was talking to one of the volunteers, and I just said, thank you for being a volunteer and participating in this. It's a village. It's like a whole village. And she said, this is my therapy. She was a high school counselor, and she, of course, school is all out. So she was enjoying being a volunteer. And she said, it's my therapy. I enjoy talking to people. But she was outside of one of the homes and she was demonstrating how that people would save seeds, which I love. And she brought in some Nigella seeds. It's also called Love in a Mist. For that's the other name for it, but the Nigella is what she had. And we got to talking about the uses of Nigella, and I didn't know that it's a pepper alternative. And that's what they used to use in the pioneer days when they couldn't get pepper. So they'd grow Nigella and then they'd grind it up. And yeah, so she gave me some Nigella seeds and I went ahead and I planted them in some areas. She said, just heads up, these can spread. And I'm like, that's okay, because I got the perfect spot. If they spread out and take over part of the garden, they're good. So I got to bring home some Nigella seeds and hopefully we can get some. But they have a volunteer blacksmith. And he wasn't there when we were there. He's supposed to be there this weekend, though. And he had made the iron for a broom handle. And then the weaver, she made the broom part of it that you actually sweep. Cameraman and no, I guess Aunt Lynn, you didn't get to see it. Or no, you did get to see it. What is funny was I purchased this broom because it's like the perfect height for me. I'm kind of short. And I really, sometimes brooms handles are like way up here, and you're like trying to sweep. And I'm like, this is the perfect broom for me to use. And I asked the lady at the little shop, I said, do you think that I could use this, like actually use this as a broom, or is this a decorative broom? Because it was like the perfect for my height. And she said, oh, ma'am, she said, I wouldn't use that broom. It's too pretty. And I'm like, when a craftsman makes something, like Sir Grace makes ink pens, the highest honor is to actually use it. And I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and use it. Well, as I was walking out of the park, Sir Grace and I just got to laughing so hard because Glenda, the Good Witch of the North, just bought her broom that fits her just fine. And we laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And really, I'm supposed to be in a bubble, but I bought my broom. So we laughed on the way out, had a good chuckle. We really did. Oh, it was a wonderful time away. And is Sir Grace in the chat? I don't know if he's here or not. I know that he's downstairs, but I don't know if he's Sir Grace, are you here? Thank you, Sir Grace, for your service. Well, if he's not here, I'll make sure that he knows that, Teresa. Oh, yes, absolutely. And then shamey on me. Hello to my favorite niece. Happy 30th to both you and Sir Grace. Aw, I know I'm the favorite. That's okay. Don't feed them corn. That is popcorn when it's temperature, right? At least it's ground up. But yeah, let's not feed the corn, it is hot and it might just be popping all over the place. And then your belly would be filled with popcorn. Let's see here. Not only are Nigella seeds used similarly to cumin, sesame, and fennel seeds in cooking, but they're also used as the main ingredient found in black seed oil. And I can't pronounce that. Kalenji, I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that it was used for a black pepper alternative. It's a natural remedy that's been used for centuries to help support the immune system. Well, I am getting ready to find out about this. Hopefully it'll grow this year. If not, it should be back by next year because the seeds are in the ground. But it should be good to go. I've got to thin out my irises this year. Oh, I understand that one. I have elephant ear that I bought maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's been 4 years. And the Big Blue home improvement store, if you know what I mean, had them on clearance for $1. So I bought one elephant ear. I was told it can take over a garden. And Yeah, I need to go out there and thin mine out, because they definitely took over part of a garden. Nigella seeds and okay, the Hindi name for the plant are full of antioxidants such as phenols and phenols. Okay, that fight radical damage and oxidative stress. Okay, hang on. And then both of which contribute to aging and many diseases. Hmm. Yeah, there was a whole thing. I took a picture of the book that she gave me, and let me see what the book that she gave me what it says about Nigella. It says Nigella has a beautiful blue and white flower surrounded by shaggy thread-like leaves. It grows from 1 to 2 feet tall after blooming, produces large seed heads. And what I'll say about the seed heads, it reminds me of poppy. If you've ever grown poppy seeds or poppies, the seed heads are very similar. And I made that comment to the lady because she doesn't grow poppies, but I have like the bread ones. And I said, they kind of remind me of each other. And the way that they spread is very similar. Let's see here. So it was brought to England from the Mediterranean region in 1570 and appeared in early American gardens in the 1700s. Seed from this plant were used by the pioneers as a pepper substitute. It was called Love in a Mist. And in its flowering form, it's devil in a bush. So I guess I'm going to either be love in the mist or devil in the bush with this thing. When it has gone to seed, it grows in the flower bed at the sheik's house in a formal garden. Yeah, so I took a picture of the book because I wanted to make sure that I remembered how big it got so I knew where to put it at in my garden. I have different plants out there, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't put it in the wrong place because I keep having to transplant and move things around. So anyhow, yeah, it is great information, isn't it? I'm excited. Well, hopefully I'll get some. And if I get some down the road, maybe one day I'll be able to share seeds with y'all. But for right now, everything that was given to me is right now in the ground. She gave me a little seed packet and it must have had about maybe 25 seeds or so. So I've got them all out in the ground. So if I get them and we can get them up and get them growing and I can harvest the seed pods, then I'll see about sharing with you guys if anybody's interested. Is your backup broom for Halloween? Right when the bubble is popped, I have my backup broom. It is funny. Nigella seeds are small, angular black seeds that look like sesame seeds. Yes, they are. I should have kept a couple so you could see. They grow on the Nigella sativa plant, which is in the Ranunculus plant family. You must be looking at the same thing that I was looking at last night because this sounds very similar than what I read. Thank you, Glenda. That's Sir Grace. You know, cameraman, how I feel about that. And by the way, thank you to Aunt Lynn, Jesse, who I know I'm got to be missing something. Wow, we got balloons going. Anyhow, to all of our military and our veterans, thank you for your service and sacrifice to this country I so dearly love. And without our patriots, we wouldn't have the United States that we have today. So I have a huge debt of gratitude to each and every single one of you. Pure Nigella seeds, no preservative, non-GMO, no salt, just the black seed of the Nigella. Huh. Now, is that the seasoning? I don't know what we're looking at, Jesse. Let me see if I can. It won't let me click the link. So is that just to the seasoning, or is that if you want to purchase seeds? Just kind of curious because I don't know. I haven't gone that far into that. Yes, salute. Very, very much so. Salute. I'm getting excited to be on your mother and aunt's channel Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that interview, and I know you'll be in great hands with the two of them. They are a lot of fun. Yeah, you'll have a good time. Okay. Check your pockets, Douglas. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Now I had to share the story of why your channel name is that to my mother, and we all got a laugh. So Jesse, check your pockets. Make sure your keys are, like in a safe spot. And if not, go check your pockets. It's the seasoning. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back. Is that in your shop now? Because if it is, maybe I'll have to get some and try it out, because I'm gonna be waiting for a little while for these seeds to come up, and I'd like to know if I'm gonna enjoy eating it or not, like putting it in as a seasoning. Um, I'm curious what it's like. I just took a chance on it and said, it looks like a pretty flower. So even if I don't care for it as a taste, it'll still be really pretty, because the flowers are really nice. Looking forward to our time together. I know you are. You're going to be in such good hands. Mom is, for those who don't know, back the story up. I hid 50 baby Jesus and 25 ducks around Mom's house. And as of this past Tuesday, Mom is now up to 46 Jesus figurines. I don't remember the duck count now, but she has found them all. And she found one while she was live with Lewis Acre Farm Karma. She is my Tuesday, Talk About It Tuesday co-host. And so she found it. And I have to say, if you've not seen that, go back and look for that video and watch Mom's reaction. Scott and I from Rambling with the Brooms, we were texting each other back and forth. And I don't know who was having more fun, Mom or me and Scott, because we were dying as we were watching Mom. Like, we were trying to drop clues. Karma knew where it was at. Karma kept her cool. I'm just going to say, Karma kept her cool. And we kept trying to Karma kept trying to nudge Mom, and she was doing a great job, but it was going poof right over her head. And then I'm like, Mother, to your right. And so she's looking, and you can see her kind of looking. And then Scott was dropping clues, and it was just going poof right over her head. And then finally she's like, oh, in a box. I moved the box, which I didn't know she had moved it, because while she was on vacation the last time, I went into her home to see if it was still there, and it was still exactly in the same spot. So she moved the box. So she said, Glenda, I moved it. And I had to type in there, go get the box, because she said she was going to do it after the show. I'm like, go get the box. And it was her sewing box. And, if you've ever looked into a sewing box, usually there's a top layer. Well, Jesus was sitting right on top, looking straight up at her. What was funny is she said, I have opened this box several times, and I didn't even see Jesus sitting there. And I don't know, Scott and I just busted laughing. I didn't know if I could catch my breath. I was laughing so hard at Mom. But anyhow, we're up to 46. And hopefully that kind of gives her a clue not to ignore little things. Maybe, I don't know, to kind of look. Maybe she's looked at some of the ducks 1,000 times. I don't know. One of them, I need to check to see if it was one that she's found or not, but there is another one that's in her office, and it's a duck. And I would not be surprised if she has passed it several times. Now, if my mother watches this, she's going to tear her office apart. You watch, but I know where it's at. If she's not found it yet, she hasn't told me every place that she's found one, but I knew Jesus was still where it was at, because I told her it was a task, and she's not really sewing as much as she used to. And it was funny because she said, it's a task, Glenda. I feel dirty. And if you ever got to see my mom's house, it's super clean. So I was making her feel real grody. And I'm like, Mom, it's not a cleaning task, but it's a task that you do. And sewing is the task. And yeah, it's even funnier that she opened that sewing box several times and didn't even realize Jesus was sitting right there the entire time. So go watch the video. It's funny. It is funny. I remember that video. Yeah. And if you ever want to have fun with your family, just let them go on vacation and then have fun around their house. We came back off this trip. Mom came over yesterday to check on the hens and get some eggs and get some produce out of the garden. And so as soon as we pulled in, Sir Grace goes, I'm going to see if your mom planted anything around the house. Like he was like super excited. And I'm like, go ahead, but he was hoping she would have, but so far nothing. Stay tuned. There might be a video drop for all I know. Okay, good. Okay, I'll go back to the pantry section and I'm gonna purchase some just because I'm kind of curious what it's like, and I'll get it off your link. Yeah, she is a blonde in the closet. But you know what? The apple didn't fall that far from the tree because I didn't even turn off the mute. It Restream muted me and I didn't turn it off. So apple didn't fall that far from the tree. Your mom went antiquing today. She may not be home. Good. Oh, good. I'm telling all the dirt on mom. She's not even here. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's kind of how it is. Yeah. If you want to know what mom and I enjoy doing, it's antiquing, and Sir Grace is into it. Aunt Lynn is into antiquing. Uncle Cameraman is. Sir Grace is. Like, we would rather go to antique stores than anything. And yeah. And go to parks too. We're kind of simple people. So simple that Sir Grace and I went to this restaurant last night for dinner in this other town. And it was a recommendation. And we're definitely going to go back. And Aunt Lynn knows where we went. I didn't want anything fancy. I'm just such a simple person. And I just wanted a cheeseburger. And let me tell you, that cheeseburger was so good, but I wanted it on some wheat bread. And that sweet little waitress, she came up to me and she goes, I'm so sorry. She said, this is all the bread that we had. The piece wasn't a big piece of bread. It was just little. And I'm like, it's perfect. And let me tell you, that cheeseburger, it was so good. And it was just simple ingredients. So definitely worth it to make that trip. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Rainy Ridge, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great weekend. And then Bubba Antiques too. Yeah, Bubba is my cousin, for those who don't know. He has been on the channel before. He's a hoot, but he resells too. So he'll find really good deals. He'll go to auctions, like actual live auctions. And the man can find some seriously good deals. Like he'll find like boxes and they'll maybe pay like $1 or $2 for an entire box full of antiques. And then he turns around and he resells. And yeah, that is the way to go. David and I love antiquing as well. We love auction prices. Yes. I've gotten some of the coolest things at auctions. And then estate sales. I've done that. It used to be able to see it in the office. Now I'm in a different direction of the office, but over there was a China hutch that always was in my background when I would do my lives. And I still have it. I'm looking straight at it. And I always wanted a China hutch to put my fabrics in and have a nice little cabinet. And yeah, so I got that I got that, and I got a bench because there was a piano bench. And I asked the guy, how much was the China hutch? He said $100. And then it's gorgeous. It's worth a lot more than that. And I said, okay, how much is the piano bench? It was missing the top part, the foam and the fabric on top, but it had everything else. And I said, how much is that? And he goes, I'll give it to you for free. If you're buying the China hutch, I'll give you the antique piano bench for free. And let me tell you, the bench is absolutely, I'm looking straight at it. It's walnut and it's spindly. It's really pretty. It's hand carved. And so I just brought it home and restored it, gave it a good wash down, and then oiled it up really good, and then put a piece of fabric over it and recovered it. And it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous to sit on, and it's comfortable too. If it wasn't for Culver's, then I would question it. Oh, this is a second close. Let me tell you, they used real hamburger and then they smashed it really good. And then I like pepper jack cheese. So they put pepper jack on it and oh, and then all the toppings. It was so good. Um, I would, we're going to go back. I actually am following them now on Facebook because I want to know what their specials are. Because if I go back in that area, I want to get some, I want to eat there. And they were so reasonably priced. That was the other thing. Um, I couldn't believe the prices there. Very, very good. Let's see here. Do I want to? Oh, sure. Yeah. Go ahead and email it to me, Rebecca. I'd love to see a sneak peek of the blanket. I won't be able to pull it up to show everybody though, but I'd love to see it. Estate sales as well. Yeah, I'll tell you, my oldest and her husband, they go to estate sales and they have found some really cool things. My bonus son is into the uranium glass. I guess a lot of kids their age are like really big into uranium, even to the point where they purchase the meter, which is kind of scary in a way. I'm like, okay, but if you know what uranium glass is, so they went to an estate sale and she told me they were looking for a china hutch, like an antique china hutch to put all this uranium in and these pieces that they got. And she said she paid like, I want to say like 25 or 50 for this beautiful china hutch. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then my bonus son put lights in it. I want to say he put the LED strips in it. And then all of the uranium glows. It's kind of freaky at night. But I have a kiddo that loves antiques and her husband does too. I think it's so cool, to find out what they're into and to see what it is. I mean, like it's so cool. Yeah, free is always a great deal. I love me like free things on the side of the street too. I will be honest with you. I have eyed a few things and we used to years ago make benches out of old headboards and footboards. And my favorite bench that was created was a headboard and footboard that was on the side of the street. And one of the girls that I knew, she brought it to the house and it was for a donation for a nonprofit. We wanted to donate something. So we donated our time and then the materials to restore this and then to make it into a bench. And when it first came to the house, it was so old. I wasn't sure, like really antique. I wasn't sure that it would hold up. And Sir Grace was like, no, I can do this. Hang on now. And he like glued it together and worked his magic on it. And when we got to the shell of it before it needed its paint, I went, oh my gosh, this is going to work. It's gorgeous. And so then I went ahead and I painted it a really pretty, like grayish, green, blue, green, grayishy color, and then distressed it out. And then we put a wood seat down, a solid. If you're a woodworker, the mission oak color was the color of the stain that was used. And when we took it to where it needed to go to be donated for auction, I almost didn't want to part with it. And that was the bench that came off the side of the street. And I still think about that and I keep my eyes open because if that person, I know who won the bid, it went for $350. That's not what we paid into this. I think we paid like 25 or 30 bucks into it, but it went for $350. And so if I ever see this bench ever, I might reimburse her. It's so worth it. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. But it went for a great cause. And that's something that Sir Grace and I used to do a long time ago when our kids were still growing up. We got involved with their nonprofit organizations they were part of and would do stuff like that. It was good for them. It was good for Sir Grace. It was good for me too. See here, I popped in and out. Oh, no problem. You're in and out. No big deal. Yeah, it is a hot item, and it's a hot item amongst the mid 20-year-olds all the way up to probably about 35, 25 to 35-year-olds, which I say they're kids because I'm much older than that. And it's a hot thing. My daughter has been following this thrift store that's really close to my house online, and she's nowhere near here. And she text messaged me and said, "Hey, mom, if I win this bid, would you go pick it up?" And I went, "Yeah, if you win it, just let them know I'm on my way. Give them my name, and I'll pick it up." Well, I'll be darned, she won it, and it was worth at least two, maybe three times more than what she paid for it. And it was a candy dish, and she got that for her husband for Valentine's Day. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, the black light. Yes, black light. That's what they did. And it glows. Uranium glass is also known as Vaseline glass, glows bright green under ultraviolet light. Yeah, they have this lit. I wish I had a picture because I'd share it, but it is so cool. Like to see what they come up with and what they're interested in. And yeah, that's it. We love Mama, but wow, right? We can talk about that episode. It was pretty funny, right? They could have had the hutch we gave away. Oh, wow. If only they were closer. This one that they got is really nice. I mean, it's a true antique. Love the benches made out of old headboards and footboards. Aunt Lynn has one that we made for them, Aunt Lynn and cameraman. And then the original bench that started the whole thing is actually in my house, and I won't part with it. It is my all-time favorite of them all because it helps Sir Grace get back into woodworking, and it's taken off from there. So yeah, so I think we've made together maybe like 14 benches, and we have one right now that's going to be going to a home that's in my garage right now. That was made from a bunk bed, actually, and it's going to our daughter. And the bunk bed was made with raw wood, and so it while it's aged, there's nothing on it. It was sanded back, and then it was restained. She wanted black because it would match their house. And then she's going to get like, I don't know if she's going to get bench covers or whatever, but it'll be like the beige colors to go with it. It'll be really nice when it's put together. But yeah, so there's a bench right now. And if my daughter is lurking, your bench is waiting for pickup. It's pretty big. It's a nice one. It's going to go under a covered porch. So she'll get to enjoy that. She's been wanting one for years. Despite what its name might suggest, uranium glass is not highly radioactive and is generally considered safe for everyday use or display. Yeah, they won't actually eat out of it, but they display it. I don't worry about it so much. They're a blue colored uranium. Yes, I learned that. There's different colors too. So my bonus son carries a black light whenever he's out and about. He keeps it in his car. And if he goes into he keeps it there. So if he like pops into an antique store, there's an opportunity to see if it glows. He takes that, and then he has the meter too. So, but he'll kind of pop the light out and try to do it away from people because it is such a high ticketed or a high sought after item right now. Some people don't know what they've got. And he has been showing me more and more and more about this. And I'm like the old fogey learning from my young bonus son. But I love my bonus son. He is my favorite bonus son. And if he heard me, he'd laugh because he's like, I'm the only one. But he's a good guy. I broke my coffee cup. Oh no! But you're drinking coffee with the brooms. You got a good one. Yeah. I got mine right here. It's got, look, Scott gave me 6 cents. It's got 6 cents in it. I need to take that downstairs and wash it though. Don't break that one, Uncle Cameraman. Don't break it. Don't break it. Yeah, handle it carefully. Make sure like soft hands. like, don't do this. Just teasing. Just teasing. It is a great therapy. I enjoy woodworking. Um, I have built quite a few things. I did most of the work, but I built our bed with the headboard, footboard, and the side rails. And I did that. I saw it show up in my Facebook memories not too long ago. And I want to say it was like 7 or 8 years ago. It's solid. It's so solid that I built it in the garage and I had to get all of my boys involved. And I said, I need help getting it into the house because I can't pick it up. Now that I've built it, Mama needs help with some strong men. And so I dread the day that we have to, paint and all that, because it's getting close. We're going to have to repaint the room. But it's going to be, I may have to like get all my boys back together. Help Mama move this. I built it too heavy, but I love it. Sir Grace loves it. I've got him. I asked him to do a little project for me last year on clearance. Costco had those bird feeders with the camera, and I've had it for a little while, and I've been looking for something to put this bird feeder on. And I just told him over the weekend, I said, I know this is not really woodworking, but simple. Let's go get a 4x4x8 and I'll get like a little copper topper to put on top of it. And let's mount that camera bird feeder thing up. And then I have some wrought iron hooks from the New York trip, Scott, when I went up to New York to see you. So I have those hooks that I want to put on it too. And I have some feeders. So we need to get it out there and get it cemented into the ground. And that'll be not really a woodworking project, but that's the next one Sir Grace is going to do. His last one he did with Trip from Trip Up the Mountain. He did most of the work with him. I did a little bit, but he did most of the work with Trip. And they rebuilt the chicken run. And as you could see, whenever I started out, it was live from the chicken run before I came on. That thing is so nice and the girls really like it. And I have not hit my head one time on that. So I'm really glad about that. Let's see here. Blacklight magnet, jeweler's loop, great tools to carry. What is the jeweler's loop? I'm kind of curious. The magnet. I'm curious what that is. That the thing that tests like if it's like a diamond or not? Because I thought about getting one of those. And I go to a lot of thrift stores and I'd like to know if something is real. So break it, cameraman, and I will send you a better one. I don't think that will get broken, but he wouldn't. I don't think he'd mind one. Don't worry about me. It's Aunt Lynn you have to answer to, right? Because Aunt Lynn will... she'll get her TI out and she'll be up cameraman. She was in the military too, and both of them were. And that'll be kind of a sight to see with that. But now don't be jelly, Jesse, because I featured your mug in a video that I dropped this week. I took Lisa's recipe and made it sugar-free. It's using stevia, condensed coconut milk. And it actually is pretty good. And I featured your mug. So just saying, you should feel the love. It's a microscope. Oh, kinda. Okay. Let's see here. For reading hard to see markings. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to look into that because that would be nice. One of the things that I enjoy doing, as does my mother, is we go to the Goodwill bins and you never know what you will find at the Goodwill bins. It's kind of hit and miss, but there are times that I find jewelry there, and that would be something fun to have. So if I pick it up, I can check it out and see if it's real. And the Goodwill bins or Goodwill outlets, depending on where you're at, you pay by the pound. And you can find some really good things. Mom got a purse not too long ago. She shared it on the channel. Um, it was a brand new $300 purse, and she paid under $3 for it. She wasn't going to sell it. She's kept it for herself, kind of something nice and fancy that she only paid less than $3 for. And then, about the cruise for 2025. Well, I was wanting to purchase a LL Bean jacket where it just like all goes into the pouch. And I looked at those prices and they're $100 a jacket. And my bonus daughter said, look at Columbia. They might be cheaper. And so I hadn't even gotten that far when I realized I was going through my closet that one of the jackets I had bought was an LL Bean jacket. I got it from the Goodwill bins. And the tags were brand new on it. I popped all the tags off and I paid less than $2 for it. And so I thought, well, let me see if this is one of those jackets that I actually was looking for that goes inside the pouch. Sure enough, it was. I already had owned it and I had forgotten about it, but I didn't realize what kind of jacket it was. So definitely something to look into. You have to be okay with going through bins. And for some people like Jesse, they don't like going through things. They like to just see it out displayed on the shelf. Whereas I'm kind of like, I'll put my gloves on and get down in there and start looking for the good deals because there's a lot of really good deals to be had that will blow your mind. But if you ever go to one, my recommendation is to wear gloves because you don't know what you're sticking your hands down in. And if you're buying anything fabric, use laundry sanitizer because you don't know. Keep in mind that it's the same with any thrift store too, because you don't know what it's been in the bag that's been donated. And then also always clean and disinfect anything that you bring home. Simple as that. But I love me some thrift stores, and the bin seems to be one of my favorite things to go to. Magnets will not stick to precious metals. Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Let's see here. That's awesome. I never find deals like that. Oh, let me tell you, there are a lot of deals to be had at the Goodwill outlets, or Goodwill bins, whatever you want to say. And then Cynthia, you are not late. I'm late at saying hello to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad you're here. I appreciate it that you came in and said hello. Let's see. 2-pack, 40 times illuminated jeweler's loop. Oh, you dropped the link. Okay. Goodness, Jesse. Now I got to go back and like, what are you doing to me? Like, buy this, Glenda. Buy that, Glenda. Buy this, Glenda. No, thank you for dropping the link. I'm going to go back and check that out. Digital microscope. Saker portable handheld digital microscope. Oh, cool. Hey, Karma. I was just talking about the show with Mom, where she found Jesus. You have to go back, but I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. I missed you Tuesday. I was not on with Karma because Sir Grace and I were taking time for our wedding anniversary, but I look forward to being back with her on Tuesday for our Talk About It Tuesday. So I'm really excited. Oh, no problem. I'm not going to be on too much longer, but so that way I can send people your way. And oh, you're so welcome. Say no to bins, yes to shelving. That's your personal prerogative. Mine is I will go do the bins because let me tell you about all the cool things that you can find in the Goodwill bins. Yeah, I have found so many brand new things. In fact, this week I found a brand new sweater to put on, and like it's not really a sweater, it's kind of like a shawl sweatery thing. And I broke the tags off of that. That was my find for the week. And yeah, I'm okay with that. I will go through those bins. Hey, Virginia, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. I missed you too, girl. There it is. I missed you too. Man, I do miss it whenever we don't do talk about it Tuesday, but it also was a nice time to spend with my husband and to slow down and just reminisce over the things, that 30 years has brought. That is a long, long time. And I don't think my mother quite realized that it had been 30 years since we got married. Um, it just seems like yesterday, to be honest with you. Hey, Ginger, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. So I'm not going to stay on too much longer, but I have a little something for a giveaway that I want to share with each of you guys. So I'm gonna if I can, man, I'm gonna show you what you need to type in the chat. So if you type in this, Nightbot's gonna pick a winner, but I want to give away. Let me take that down. There we go. This came from the mill that was featured in 2 of my lives. So it is cornmeal. It is non-GMO. It's stone ground. It comes from the state park that we visited, and there are recipes on the back, which it's blurry, but there you go. There's some recipes. There's golden corn cakes, cornmeal mush, muffins or cornbread, southern spoon bread, hush puppies. So there are recipes on the back. So if you want to be entered in for a bag of cornmeal that was ground in a mill from the 1800s, in fact, it was 1817 when that was put in, type in exclamation Hoosier, because this is a Hoosier product and comes from a Hoosier state park. The thing with this, though, is that if you are the winner, I'm going to mail this out Monday. And as soon as you get it, pop it in your freezer. The shelf life with it is only for 30 days. But if you put it in your freezer, it lasts up to 2 years. So, yeah, I just want to make sure I get this out as fast as possible. This was ground 2 days ago. I stood there and I watched as they were grinding it. It is a really cool mill. And if you haven't seen the mill, go back and look for the latest short on it. And the other thing is that you must live in the United States. I can't ship to Canada, and it's got to be the lower 48. So there you go. No one sponsored it. It's something that I've purchased on my own, and the winner just needs to email me there. So let me go collect the, okay, we're going to collect. And, oh, hang on a second. I got to fix something. There we go. And I'm going to choose the winner. So here we go. And waiting for, let's see here. Congratulations to Karma, Lewis Acre Farm. Karma, I think I've got your address. Let me figure out this thing. Let's see. Lewis Acre Farm. There we go. So don't worry about sending me your email unless I think your thing's online. Your information's online. Otherwise, I'll get with you and I'll get that out to you. So Karma, I'm gonna be sending one of these bags straight over to you. So yeah, put it in the freezer, and then if you get a chance to do a video on it, making one of the recipes on the back, you should. I'd love to see what you make. We use this to make mainly we do the cornbread recipe on the back. In fact, I'll be making some tomorrow for Sir Grace and I. And I'm looking forward to that because it's been 2 years since I've been able to buy any of this. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to be able to share this with you, and I'm going to be making some tomorrow. So anyhow, all right. So hang on a second. I want to go back up here real quick. I saw something I wanted to make sure where is it? Sorry, I saw this. And I think it was, yes. Hang on. So sorry. Come on, computer, work with me. Work with me. There we go. I wanted to show this. So Rainy Ridge is getting ready to go live, and they're setting up for it. So I want to make sure I give time for everybody to go over to Rainy Ridge's page and support them. Make sure you say hello. Let them know I sent you over. And I want to make sure everybody has time to go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do your thing. And thank you so much to each and every single one of you guys for hanging out with me. Jesse, if you could pop the link in for their channel, I would appreciate it. Um, Anyhow, this has been so much fun. I enjoy spending time with you. I will be live with Karma on her program, and it's Talk About It Tuesday, where we talk about all the things. And no tacos are required, of course. And I think she's doing a Meet Me Monday. And so make sure you check her out too on Mondays. I don't know who the guest is on Monday, but and then Wednesday with the official Ann Lynn show, Rebecca Touched by Yarn will be live. And don't forget to check out my big brother on Thursday and Ginger on Thursday. And then next Saturday will be Lazy Days Ahead. They'll be live. So anyhow, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I know I've forgotten some other channels. Please give me a little grace or a little fire, whatever you feel like. If you're giving me some fire, make sure it's something funny to laugh about. But anyhow, thank you guys so much to each and every single one of you. I hope each of you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week, this same time,